Hello and welcome to another edition of Macwelt TV. Today we've got a brand new monitor from Eizo in the studio, the Eizo CG245W. This system is specifically intended for use in the pre-print stage and for image processing, but it comes with a special feature which we'd like to show you in more detail. The monitor is equipped with an internal calibration system. That means you need no extra colorimeter to calibrate the monitor. The built-in colorimeter is located in the top edge of the CG245W. It folds out automatically when needed. It's controlled either by software from a Mac or PC, or totally independently. You can set up the screen such that it switches itself on at certain times, at night for example, warms up for a few minutes, and then starts the calibration. The advantage: this display remains constantly color stable without having to recalibrate it, and in the end that saves support costs. Now let's take a closer look at how the system works in practice. You use the Color Navigator software supplied to calibrate the monitor via a computer. When calibrating for the first time, you should definitely use the software so that a profile is generated. After starting the program, you select the measuring device. In this case, we'll be using the built-in colorimeter. First, you generate a new setting which specifies the parameters for this calibration. In the next step, you set the brightness and the white point the monitor should be calibrated to. Here we'll choose 100 candela per square meter for the brightness and 6500 Kelvin for the white point. In practice, you enter the white point of the light that you use to illuminate comparative photos or prints. The black level can be set too, but here we'll leave it in the default setting. Now you select the gamma value, which indicates the course of the brightness curve. We'll select 2.2. That equates to the office standard. Eizo recommends setting the gamma value of your usual working color space if you know it. Now you still need to assign a name for the profile, which will be stored on the hard disk after the calibration and fixed in the system. After 2 more clicks, the calibration process starts. To do that, the measuring device folds out from the border of the monitor where it's nicely protected from dust and damage. Every sensor is matched to the screen in the factory to counteract the normal series scatter of measuring devices. The fact that the measuring device is at the top edge of the screen is no problem. The monitor is factory set so that the color rendering remains homogeneous across the entire screen. Eizo calls that the digital uniformity equalizer. So the position of the measuring device on the screen is unimportant. After successful calibration, an info window shows details about the measurement. In the target list, you can then switch between different profiles. Within a few seconds, the screen will then adjust itself to the parameters of the profile you selected. The CG245W can also calibrate itself without the user doing anything. To do that, you create a schedule for the calibration under Self-Calibration in the Tools menu. You'll have various options for this. Immediately means that the monitor will calibrate itself, even if it's being used at the time. If you don't want that, you should select the Power Save setting, or Off. Here, the screen waits until it's in sleep mode or switched off. Finally, you can set the time at which the monitor should switch itself on and calibrate. For example, every Sunday at midnight. As soon as that time is reached, the device switches itself on, warms up for a few minutes, and begins the calibration. The computer can stay switched off while this is happening. From now on, you won't need to carry out a manual calibration more than once a year. The correlation utility is another special feature. With this, you can match the measuring characteristics of the built-in colorimeter, so it provides results that are as similar as possible to those of an external measuring device. That has the advantage that you can adjust the CG245W really easily to other monitors that don't have an internal measuring device. Next time you start the Color Navigator, it'll appear as a separate entry in the list of measuring devices. So that was it for today. Thanks for coming. Until the next time on Macwelt TV.